just to remind you all that the old system will be retiring at the end of the 2020 year. So just keep that in mind, as you may still be using the old system. At the end of the year, it will be completely retired. But you don't need to worry, because all of your data and information will be transferred over. It already is over. So it's all in there for you. The iPad and the tablet apps will also discontinue. And that's because MRX can, it works in a web browser on your tablet, and it also works on your iPhone and Android mobile devices. So use your tablets, use your smartphones to access MRX Reinvented. And if you are going to use your phone, just be sure to use it in the desktop mode. And I think we're going to be putting a help video on our YouTube channel for that as well. But it's great. I love using it on my phone. So yeah, just again, please be aware that end of the year, the old system will be retired. And let's start the tour. So I hope you all can see my screen okay. I just want to point out here that the URL link that you'll be using is mrxreinvented.com. And it's a great idea to bookmark this so that you can have easy access to it in the classroom or at home. So the login page is for both teacher and parent. So if your parents are using the parent portal app, you give them this URL link and they're able to access the parent portal. On the login, you will also be able to choose the language of your choice. If you forgot your login ID or password, it's the same as the old system, but you can always request a new one. Let's head in. Okay, you will land on the home page, and the home page changes from time to time. We give you updates about the system or helpful Montessori reads, and currently we have our distance learning map. So it's a step-by-step guide. If you would like to use MRX as a distance learning platform, you are able to do so. It is built in with the system. There's no additional cost to that. Just like our training and support, it's free and unlimited, and you can schedule training one-on-one or in a group by clicking on this button here at the bottom. And then you would join that meeting just like you're joined today by clicking on this purple button. This map here is, it tells you when your subscription is due for renewal. It looks like this classroom is due because it's red. Let's jump over to a different classroom. Go to my classroom here, and you can see that the sun is yellow, letting us know that there are still 7 more months. So a nice visual indication of letting you know when your subscription is due, and you can renew by clicking here or in the menu. Our toolbar has moved from the bottom to the top of the screen. Here you'll find the login, the log out, the support menu, where you can contact us directly through phone or email, again, schedule training. We have the Zoom selection, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a few minutes. The multiple select, if you want to choose more than one student or lesson. The show tabs, you can turn that on or off if you would like more space. On and off. You have your record date. It's automatically going to be of today's date, but if you want to go back in time to record, you can do so. And you'll see that it turns to red, letting you know that you're on a different date than today. And then this is if you have multiple classrooms that you will be recording on. You will also see these are specific favorites tabs. So I'm going to show you in a moment how you can add and remove pages to your favorites tab, which is very helpful because as you land on the home page, the very first page that you land on, you can just maneuver between these tabs to go to your most used pages in MRX. To access the menu, you'll come to these 3 horizontal lines. This will open and close the drawers to your menu. So if you want a little bit more space to view your information or your page, you just close it. Same as the tabs, giving you a little bit more space. The menu drawers are in alphabetical order. They've stayed the same as from the old system. So the same names, the same content. We have some additional drawers here that are new, such as the forum and the my preferences. But overall, you'll find that the drawers and the content is in the same place and same order. So let's head over to the Plan on Record grid. It's asking me to choose an area. And I'm going to close my drawer just to give me a little bit extra space to view. And if you don't already use the Plan Record on Grid, it's a wonderful page to see your whole class on all of your lessons for an area. It gives a really nice visual of how each individual student is doing based on these color-coded statuses of a lesson. So you have the plan, present, practice, improve, and proficient, and then you can always add your own comment. So the colors reflect the progress the students are making. If you have a comment attached to a status, you'll see a little line underneath it. You can right-click on your mouse to bring up the history and view the comment. So here we have some comments. And you can make edits in this area. You can add comments as well. And this is where you would delete. So if you would maybe make a status update by accident, you come into the history and you can delete. Yes. We've also added a grid here to show you exactly the pinpoint of the student and the lesson. And it shows you exactly where you would want to mark your status. Let's see, let's make some status updates. So we have Macy, and she practiced the combining 4 blocks. And you can see that the color has changed from presented to practice. Up at the top is where you would, this is where you would sort and organize your lessons. So again, we already chose an area of the classroom. If I want to refine my selection to a lesson, I would head on to the next drop down. It's asking me for the topic. And now my lesson choices have minimized. Then I can move down to the presentation. And it's even farther narrowed. I can deselect, and try again. Presentation, binomial cube, And so again, what I'm doing is narrowing down the lesson choices so I don't have a large area to work and sort through. So please take advantage of these sorting tools. So again, I'm going to choose a child, a student, and a lesson. My status is on practice, and I'm updating. Another new portion of MRX Reinvented is this info column. This is where you would find information about that particular lesson. So in this case, we have building in the box of a binomial cube. Clicking on the info pop-up brings us, the info button brings us this pop-up. And you can find information such as standard alignments. You can attach your own album page. You can review an MRX video or attach your own personal video. You can include a worksheet. We provide quick links to wikisori.org to find more information about this lesson, or you can order the material through Allison Montessori. This is where you can also quickly edit any kind of information about this lesson. So sequence, you can deactivate it, level area, topic, presentation material, even the lesson name if you want. Pacing for grading, you can save. You can also delete. If you would like to view the plan on grid on a report form to print out, you can select a style of report. This drop down is for your student. You'll find the student filter anywhere that you have a student list. For recording, you'll find the student filter. And this tool is very handy. You can organize your class list by age, by grade, last name, short name, just by years, or you can create your own groups as well. So maybe I want to look at my list in ascending grade order. And maybe I just want to see who is present today. So I'll exclude who's absent. And these three vertical lines are your show hide columns. You'll also find this throughout the system. So if you want a little bit of extra space, maybe I don't need to see the info pop up. I don't need to see my student age. I can save those preferences and it gives me the view that I'd prefer. These preferences are also saved between screens. And as you log out of MRX and come back, this is also true for your student filter. Okay, I'm going to deselect to show a little bit of extra space here, more content. And I'd like to show you the zoom feature. The zoom feature is very handy for a tablet or phone. Right now we're at 100%. Let's bring it down to 90, 80. We could go all the way down to 50. That's pretty hard to see. So we can bump it up. Not bad. And again, we can hide the tabs. So you're really getting a lot of viewing space. Let's open those tabs again and we'll bring it back up to 90. Okay, I'd like to also show you how to add pages to your favorite screen. So I always use the plan record on grid screen. I'm going to select this heart. You'll see that is now illuminated. It is fully shaded in. It is now part of my favorites. We'll head back to the home screen. And you'll see that the plan record on grid is here. If I want to remove it, I simply select the heart again. So again, adding favorites that you most commonly use to the home page is extremely helpful. Another helpful one is the attendance and health check. If you don't already know that MRX provides a health check screening list, please look into this, especially if you need to do any kind of COVID-19 health checks. You can easily do it right here on your tablet at drop-off, and parents can fill out the form prior to bringing their child to school through the parent portal. So this health check form is totally customizable as well. That is able to be done here in the forms list on the administrative login. So I do want to also show you one last really fun addition to MRX. It's the My Preferences. And this is where you can pick and choose the color scheme that you'd like to see on your system. So if you want something a little bit brighter, you choose a bright primary color. You'll see that now our toolbar has changed. Let's choose a secondary color. That's going to be your switches and your statuses. Let's do something like this. You prefer using the color choices that are in the old system for the plan record and status updates. You can choose this multicolored option, and that's going to be the same that you're used to seeing. But we'll switch back to shades, and let's head back to plan on record on grid. And thank you all again for attending. I know this is a very busy time of year, so thanks for carving out some time to take another look at MRX Reinvented. And good luck with the transition. I know that it will all go smoothly for you all, but again, if you have any questions, reach out to us.